Hey guys, and welcome back. I am playing City Walk. This is my town I've had since 2019. So that is 6.5 years old at this point. I made it August 8th of 2019. I was not even in 8th grade yet when I made this, and now I'm in college. This is crazy. But yeah, I am playing City Folk today because, so I've had this town for a while, and I feel like I'm at the point where I really want to give it like an overhaul and actually design it. There are some bits, like as you can see, my house, that I have designed, but there's other parts of town that are just kind of there and haven't really changed ever since I literally started the town 6 years ago at this point. So I kind of just wanted to record a town tour of what it's like at this state, and then maybe later on, when I'm more so like done with the town and feel like I'm kind of done now, I'm gonna actually take a break from this town because I've tried to I've t- I've tried to take a break before, and it has I took a break for a while, then eventually came back, sort of thing. So, yeah. But at least at this town, at the current point in time, I've been technically playing every day in game. I don't play every day IRL. I don't got time for that. So on the weekends, it used to be every 2 weekends I would play, but around when I turned 18, I was able to play every weekend. So yeah, and ever since then, yeah. Last year I did try to take a break. I stopped playing on the 31st of 23. But around when I graduated high school, I'm like, you know what? I got extra time off. I'm gonna come back to this. So I did, and then I played again for another year. um, and then this year I also decided on the 31st of 24. Okay, I'm gonna take a break, and then spring break. I'm like, okay, I want to come back. So I've been playing since then. I got caught up. I am on the day. Today's the 4th of I mean the 5th of April. I am reading it backwards. Okay. Anyways, so like I said, this is my house area. My house is fully expanded. This is the first town in City Folk I ever fully expanded. There's a lot of firsts for this town, just given that it's 6 years old. So, and we have Hugh. I love Hugh. He's somewhat. He's been here since like October. Oh, Hybrid's my second player. The name gives it away. I ideally wanted it to like play after day it rained, but it rained like 0 times last month, like once or twice maybe. So whatever, and it doesn't rain in cherry blossom season, so whatever. Um, Here we had Wendy. Wendy lived here for like 2 years, and then I decided to let her go. And she lived here, and she was the first villager to ever live here, even though I've had this town for 6 years. So hopefully someone moves back into the spot eventually. But Wendy was here for a while, like I said. What else? That's to the right of my house. I guess I should show off my map. So that is my map. I got that little island. Overall layout. I mean, given I've had this town for 6 years, I'm pretty used to it. But like, um, everything's kind of close to each other. At least the important stuff. I literally never go to Abel's, so it doesn't really matter that that's it. That's in its like own corner. But, yeah. So over here, I forgot to water the hybrids. I've been trying to get more blue roses. But they've been making purple and black, so I don't know what I'm doing. They probably got mixed with other blue roses that got bred in different ways, so I don't know. Whatever. um, so yeah, these have been for a while, and I haven't really got any, so probably need to see if my second player has any extra blue roses I can start breeding from again. Because this is literally all the extra blue roses I have. Um, I'm also going to be doing dailies. I eat water flowers as I do this. Here we have Tom. Tom is a more recent move in. He moved in when I was getting caught up. So Sydney used to live here, and she was my starter, and that's actually why I lived here. Chose this house when I started playing because I had Sydney, and I really like Sydney. I mean, Sydney was here. She's the villager I've had for the longest of this town, given that she was a starter. She left around the time I came back to this town in like 23, which is ironic. It's like my favorite villager left, and then you know what? I'm gonna play again. Speaking of favorite villagers, hello, Poppy. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, they didn't get sad. I hate when they get sad. They're such snowflakes in this game. They get if you tell them no, they just instantly get sad. It's like, well, I'm sorry, I don't have time for that. Anyways, um, we have Poppy. She also moved in on like October, so somewhat recent. Also at the not at the same time. Also, given that Cindy lived here, I put a lot of purple roses around here. I think when I redo this area, I'm gonna make it very purple rose focused, since I kind of associate roses with Sydney. Up here we have nooks. Of course, I have Nookingtons. I only really go there if I need flowers. Like if the villagers just left and I need to rejuvenate the dirt patch they left. Um, what else? And then up here we just have flowers. This is kind of an example of like what would get rid of when I would, redo the town. Just areas like this that isn't really designed. It's just a Cosmo patch that got out of control. Down here to the left of Tom's house, we have Town Hall. And then down here, again, another patch of flowers that kind of just went crazy. We have some carnations. And then this is the same area. This is pretty much my hybrid breeding area. It's just, oh, I need more flowers. I'm going to put them here because they're close to my house. And then down here we have the museum. So yeah, I find it interesting that all the shops are to the left except for the Able Sisters. And like I said, more flowers that kind of just grew out of control. Ideally, I would have all white pansies around the museum, since they fit the color scheme. Or maybe even blue pansies, I don't know. And down here, we have another random flower patch. And then Hugh's house. You can't really control where the villagers live. I ideally would not want a villager down here, like there's like nothing. But Hugh, I like Hugh. Hugh's cool, so he gets to stay. More flowers, more carnations. This is the only areas I have carnations around town. So yeah. And then that's literally the upper left side of town. That's it. And then now we're on the top right side of town. This area has been designed for a while. This is the fountain area. It has all the basic white flowers, except for carnations. But those are kind of harder to get. So, a random rose patch of random roses. Lovely. Okay, this house plot. There's been a lot of drama with this one with the villagers that live here. So I believe one of my starters lived here. I think it was Rasher. Rasher left. Static moved in. I like Static. Static stayed for a while. Static left. And then Harry moved in. And Harry lived here he literally moved in March 20th of 2020. Like, and he did not leave until May 23. Like, Sydney technically stayed longer than him. But bro was pushing it and he never asked to leave. I did not really care about Harry. But the fact he never asked to leave within 3 years of him living here is crazy. So then Harry left, and then a few other villagers moved in. I think Tabby moved in eventually here, and she also stayed for a while. Like, this plot is cursed. So then, like I said, Tabby stayed here for a while, and then finally left. And then when Tabby finally left, Tammy the monkey moved in, and she would not leave, and I hate her. She's on the hate list now. I don't like her. And then now Queenie lives here. Tammy left out recently. Like, Queenie's like the second newest villager. And I actually like Queenie, so it's fine. Oh my god, that plot is cursed. Another semi-cursed plot. I feel like everyone who lives here is just cursed to leave. We have Filbert living here currently. Filbert's cool. But we've had many villagers live here in this plot. I noticed some plots they just like to move in a lot, and because this was another plot that had a starter at Dottie. Dottie and Rush were the first two to leave, by the way. Don't know why I let them leave. I actually would have kept them if I had them now. Anyways, we had Dottie live here, and then we had a few villagers probably swapping in and out. And then I know Frobert moved here at one point, and Frobert similarly would just not leave. He moved here in like 21 and did not leave until 23. So it's like, oh my god. Though eventually we got Bones. Bones, my favorite villager, to move in this plot. But then he left without telling me in like November, and I was so mad. And then Mayo replaced him. Like, Bones left for Mayo, and I was mad. Bones would still be here if he just told. He didn't tell me he was moving at all. Like, I had just denied one of my other villagers, and oh my god, I'm sorry, I'm ranting. Speaking of favorite villager, guess who we have in this plot? Shocking! It's oh no, he said. Oh no, it's Cody. Why do you have a what is going on in your house? Why do you have... I'm not going to talk about it. Hi, Hackruff. When I catch a cold, it's like I'm sick for a long time. Ugh, medicine. I should have taken my medicine, Aunt Ray. So Cody's my favorite. He has the same name as me. Very cool. There's two Codys on the map, I'm sure. And I was at the bottom. But yeah, Cody's been here for a year. He hopefully will never leave. Unlike Bones. Bones likes to abandon me, so. But Cody is a real one, even though he is sick, and I'm gonna keep him sick so he doesn't ask to leave. This seems kind of mean, but it's what I do in this game. I just kind of like, if they're sick, I don't help them, because that means they can't ask to leave, so deal with it. So we have like a mini neighborhood up here because, like I said, villagers just keep moving into these plots, even though I don't want them to. I want the villagers by the beach, and literally no one lives by the beach except for Maple and another villager that we're going to talk about. Anyways, over here we have a little peak here, like a journeying out piece of land. I just have a lot of Jacob's ladders here. And then, like I said, up here we have Abel's up to the right. I never walk up here. So like there's nothing. And then we have my secondary player here. We also had a second player home over here. No one lives there. I only have 2 players in this town. So freaking Gold Rose for Bones, who freaking abandoned me. How dare he? Okay, now on the bottom right portion of town, here we have Octavian. I got one of the octopuses. He moved in like September last year. Hopefully he never leaves. He's, oh my gosh. So he was the villager that asked to leave before Bones, and I'm not kidding. I had to talk to him 24 times and ask him to stay 24 times until he finally decided that he was going to stay. What do you need? Okay, cool. Thank you. Sure. Who? Okay, thank you. I don't want to thank you. Okay, cool. I'll do that later. So yeah, Octavian lives here. He's cool. He's one of the only 2 octopuses in this game, and they're extremely rare. I have not had Octavian in this game since I was 7. So yeah, pretty cool. He's not leaving. um, Again, random flower patch. This is like the stuff I would be changing when I actually design this town. So this area is kind of weird, so because we have a lot of random house plots, like just scattered around this area. Robin lives in one of them. Like there's just a line of house plots. And I'm like, I don't like it when villagers live here because it's just kind of random. At one point, this is around like 21 and 22. We had a lot of villagers living in this section. I'm like, why? But they all left eventually. Like I said, we have Robin here. Robin's the only villager I really want to leave, and that's solely because she's been here for like a year. Sort of thing where she's been here for a year, but she's never asked to leave. I think, to my knowledge, she could have asked early on, and I told her no, but she's not really the only villager I'm okay with leaving, other than our newest villager. I'll talk to her. We'll talk about that one. Yeah, Robin's really the only one I'm really wanting to leave. That's another reason why I'm kind of ready to like refurbish the town, because I have most of the villagers I want to stay at this point. Like when I was getting caught up, there was probably like half of the villagers that I wanted to keep. Now it's like most of them. So again, just feel like it's a pretty good point to like actually start designing the town. Oh, this is annoying. I have to switch my silver can to water the black roses because I don't want gold ones. It's so annoying when I accidentally water one. I actually have to like pluck it because I have like no use for the golden roses. Here we have Poppy. Poppy. She has a tulip field, even though she should probably have pansies because they look like poppies, but whatever. Down here, we have Patty. She's the one that replaced Wendy. I'm not happy about it. It's kind of like a Malo situation. It's like, okay, Wendy lived here for 2 years, and then we get Patty. Okay. In here we have Maple. She's very new. She's like the 8th newest. Like I think Patty, Queenie, or her are the newest. And I don't want her to leave. I don't want her or Poppy to leave. So, very happy with the villagers I have other than Patty. Like I said, Robin can leave, but I do like Robin, but it's just I'm okay with her leaving. Yeah, walk away. I don't dislike Patty, but like it's like I said, it's like the male. It's like, oh, Mayo moved in after Bones left. Like what? You're gonna make Bones leave, and then I get this forgettable duck villager. That's kind of how I felt with Patty. She does live in a good spot though. I really like it. She's only three. One of three villagers that have lived on this island within the 6 year span I've been playing this game, which is crazy. We had Cousteau live here for a while. He lived here for a year, and then I let him go like last summer. And then we had Walker here, and I loved Walker. And then he asked without leaving. He left without asking, is what I meant. And that was back in 2020. There's more villagers I need to talk about I kind of skipped over that have, of course, after playing 6 years, I've had lots of villagers. Oh, we have the windmill. This is the last thing I got. This is like end of 23. I want this in New Leaf, but freaking Uchi villagers won't suggest it. I believe down here we had Fang for a while. Fang was one of the first villagers to move in, and he left in early 21 by accident. I believe where Poppy lives, I think we had Prince. He also lived here. He was one of the first ones to move in as well, and then he lived here for like a year. He left in sometime in 2020. We've had, like I said, villagers live here, but they weren't really significant enough. Yeah. I think where Junior lived here, and he also stayed for like way too long. Well, we had Dizzy up here for a while. And then I let him leave in Octavia and moved in. Dizzy moved in like March 2020, and he left like sometime last year. He was here for a while. And then down here we had Dell. And I liked Dell, but then we got Octavian, so I'm like, okay, Dell can leave. We had Dell for like over a year though. I think that's everyone of significance. I think we had Anka live here at one point. I didn't really care about her, so she left. We also had June Bet live here, and she like instantly left. It was actually okay with Jabet at the time, but oh well. This is another area. None of these trees have probably been here from the start. So areas like this would probably get redone. Okay, we talked about the island. I think I watered everything, hopefully. Trying to water as I talk. Oh, down here, I just had a bunch of clovers. Oh, hi. Hello. You know, Dumpling, I've been thinking of how to ruin the moment. Don't go. I really like to stay, but I don't know if I can get out of this one. Shut up. You're staying. You're a little... I never go down here. There's why they're weeds. Anyways, before he interrupting, how could you? Yeah, like stars randomly moved in. No, stars randomly spawn, clovers randomly spawn in this like pattern. So I can just put a gold rose here. I literally never walked in here though, so it doesn't matter. We have a delivery for you. No, not you. Just asked to leave. Oh my gosh. Like I said, I only want Patty and Robin to leave. So I've been. This is like the 4th villager I've had to deny. Oh, from Octavian for me. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, maybe nervous, or is it queasy? No one's excited. An Imperial Wall. Thanks for shut up. I'll have to talk to him later because I wish I figured this out sooner, but you can actually talk to them over and over again if you leave the area because City looks weird. They'll repeat dialogue if you don't leave the area over and over again. But anyways, you can come back to them after them asking to leave and like keep saying, "Hey, don't leave. Hey, don't leave. Hey, don't leave." And most of the time within the few for times of talking to them, they'll usually say, "Okay, fine, I'll stay." Like I said, Octavian literally took 24 times in a row asking him to stay to finally gaslight him into staying. He's like, oh my gosh. I could rant about the city folk villagers. I don't know what happened between Wild World and city folk, but like they went from having a lot of interactions with the villagers and NPCs to this game literally having the worst NPC interaction with like villagers and NPCs alike. Like, oh my god, it's horrible. Like I said, they repeat dialogue after one conversation with them, and then you have to go back and to talk, like either leave their house or leave the area if you want to actually talk to them. And it's weird. And like the move out system's kind of whack because of that. I wish that I knew this sooner because I've had villagers actually leave over, like, you know, they asked to leave, but then the next time I talk to them, they're like, "Can you catch me a fish?" And then I can't talk to them normally because they want their request done. I was like, oh my god, I just want you to stay. Anyways, so that's actually the town tour. I kind of glanced over this area, but we have some fruit trees. Again, I want villagers to live down here, but literally no one lives here. I think Bree lived here. She was a starter. She stayed for a while. Mott lived like here. I did not like him, but he was a starter. He left pretty early on. He left on like 2019. I think Rold lived down here at one point. He was one of the villagers that accidentally left on me. I don't think anyone else of significance lived down here. We also had Mallory here for a while, but oh my god, I forgot. This was the plot that Frobert was in, but I let Mallory leave. I'm like, what's the worst that could happen? Only Amelia is the only snooty. I forgot Elise existed. Elise moved in. She luckily did not stay for that long, but like, letting my only snooty leave, what's the worst gonna happen? I get the one I didn't want. Same thing happened with Wendy. It's like, oh, what's the worst thing gonna happen? Patty. Patty was like, what if I get Patty? I got Patty. It's like, ugh. I think Drake was the last starter. He lived here. He also stayed for a while. But he left eventually. But yeah, so that's kind of there. Oh, I have my big orchard down here. I never use it. Because I have everything paid off, so I don't need to. But yeah, that's the City Folk town. Like I said, 6 years, almost. In August it will be 6 years, but I'm still playing. I still find somewhat enjoyment in this. Don't leave, please. Hey, Dumpling, I wonder if we'll have any... This is what I'm talking about. Like, he's still thinking about moving, but if I try to talk to him again, he's gonna say the same thing. Okay, you should stay, maybe. Oh, I guess I should show off my house. I never go in it, so that's why I'm like, okay, I have a house. Just show that off. First room, it stayed the same for a while, but like I think sometime last year I decided to change it up a bit and actually try designing. And then I didn't have enough items, so I kind of just put random stuff in the front. Upstairs I think is a similar. I think it looks really bad. Yeah. Oh my god, I like green, but this is atrocious. I need to read it up. And I think the basement is literally just mushroom furniture. If I now I'm gonna see it. Okay. But yeah, that is my City Folk town. I still get enjoyment from this game, even though, like I said, I've had this for 6 years. But no, but yeah, I think it's time for a redesign. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. I know my recording. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna post this video. Month later, nothing. But it is getting closer to the end of my first year at college, so I think around mid-May is when I get out. Maybe over somewhere I'll be posting more videos. We'll see. Don't count on it. I think if the next video I do make though will probably be a New Leaf one, and it's gonna be like, okay, these are my New Leaf towns, blah blah blah. So yeah, that will probably come out towards like, I don't know, late April, I'm sure, because the main reason why I'm doing the town tour, showing off my New Leaf towns more so, it's gonna reset that one. So ever since online went down because I can't save DAs, I think I'm gonna start doing the thing where, oh hey, this town's pretty well progressed, but I'm gonna reset it. I'm just gonna record a video of it because I kind of stopped doing the big designs for New Leaf because of that. So, also, oh my gosh, I think like Tuesday will be a year of no online on New Leaf, which is crazy. But yeah, this video is kind of longer. Not as long as the last City Folk video, which no one watched because it's like an hour long, which is fair. Oh my god. But anyways, I hope you guys all enjoyed. I will see you guys all in the next video. Goodbye.